Former President Donald Trump's 25% tariff on auto parts has shaken the entire U.S. auto industry and the global supply chain.
The Nikkei Shimbun reported on the 3rd that, amid the Trump administration's 25% tariff on auto parts, more than half of the parts used in vehicles produced in the United States are imported. Nikkei analyzed 169 out of 551 vehicle models registered with the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, and found that many models had a parts import ratio of over 50% based on value. German companies showed the highest ratio. Mercedes-Benz was an overwhelming 90%, and BMW was an overwhelming 73%. American companies Ford and General Motors, GM also relied on imports for more than half of their parts, at around 60%. And Hyundai Motors was just under 60%. The situation is similar for Japanese automakers. Nissan 59%, Subaru 51%, Toyota 47%, Mazda 45%, Honda 39%, etc. It was revealed that Japanese companies also use a significant portion of imported parts in vehicles produced locally in the United States. In particular, Nissan's popular SUV model, Rogue, depended on imports for a whopping 75% of all parts. The engine of this model is procured from Japan and the transmission from Mexico, and Nissan is considering moving production of some models to the United States. However, Nikkei pointed out that, even if the vehicle production site is moved to the United States, it will be difficult to avoid tariff burdens if most of the parts are still coming from overseas. This is not simply a matter of moving the production line, but a complex issue that requires a reorganization of the entire supply chain. In fact, according to a survey conducted by Nikkei last month of Japanese parts manufacturers, more than half of the 29 responding companies answered that they had no choice but to pass on the tariff burden to the product price. And only one company moved its production site to the United States. Most companies said they have no plans to move or are still reviewing them. The U.S. government is implementing a 2-year partial tariff waiver for auto parts. But some say it will be difficult to find a practical solution within 2 years. Given the complex global supply chain structure, this measure is not just a trade issue, but is also considered a representative example of a conflict between U.S. manufacturing, revitalization policies, and global economic interests.
In an era where the entire world is involved in making a single car, the whole world is watching to see what kind of ripples a single decision on tariffs will have on the entire automobile industry.